Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So my friends on the Geek and Sundry channel are doing a brand new show that I'm really excited about, so I'm going to be doing some bonus videos for that. It's called Arcade Arms, and it basically involves them making video game weapons and doing cool stuff with them, mostly smashing things. I think their permit for human testing is still pending. So this video is just going to be a breakdown of some of the weapons they're going to be making and when they're going to start posting episodes and the bonus videos that I'm going to be doing for it. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll also have links down in the description for all the important stuff. The show itself is actually hosted by Nika Harper. If you haven't seen her before, she's been doing a lot of stuff with Geek and Sundry for the past couple years, like Wordplay. She also did a League of Legends show on their official channel called Summoner Showcase. I think she's really good. I really enjoy her enthusiasm for smashing stuff with giant weapons. Because all the weapons are based on really big video games, they also did a bunch of cool interviews with the people that actually made the games. So like, for instance, in the first episode, they have the lead lore master for Elder Scrolls Online talk about the story behind the weapon they make. So a big part of the show is talking about the lore behind a lot of the weapons and then actually going ahead and making those weapons in real life. So here are the top 5 things that I'm really excited about seeing. Number 5, learning how they actually make the weapons. The smiths that they pick to make everything talk a lot about the practical aspects of the weapons and why they have specific features. So like for instance on a mace, there's a reason why each side is mirrored, so they talk a lot about that. Number 4, the locations. They actually had to travel quite a bit to find each of these people to make the weapons. The skill it takes to make weapons like these is really rare, so they actually had to travel all over the place. Just to give you an idea how far they had to travel, they actually had to go all the way to New Brunswick, Canada to find someone to make the weapon from their first episode. Number 3, learning the lore behind the weapons. If you've seen some of my other videos, I like to research mythology a lot. They talk to a lot of the people at each of the game companies about the stories behind the weapons. It's like learning about Oathkeeper in Game of Thrones from George R.R. Martin himself. Number 2, learning some of the cool behind-the-scenes facts about creating the lore for the games. So in addition to talking about the weapons in the games, they actually got a lot of cool behind-the-scenes details about, why the designers made certain story choices. You'd be surprised at the amount of time that game developers spent creating lore around certain weapons and characters and why they make certain choices. And the number one thing that I'm looking forward to, and you should be too, is watching them actually play with the weapons, watching them use them. They went to a lot of LARP societies to learn about, say how a giant mace would be used in real battle, and why you choose that instead of another weapon like a sword. Then they take it one step further and just smash the hell out of stuff, which is just awesome. The mace they made is actually like 35 pounds, which is more than enough to crush someone's skull, even if they're wearing plate armor. So here's the details about when the show is going to start and where you can watch it and what each of the episodes are going to be, which weapons are going to be doing. So all the episodes will be on Geek and Sundry's YouTube channel. The first one will be Molag Bal's Mace from Elder Scrolls Online. Then 2 weeks after that will be the Gale Bolg from Final Fantasy Realm Reborn. And the third episode will be Zelda's Hero Bow from Legend of Zelda. That'll air June 10th. So remember, new episodes every 2 weeks. Right now they've only announced those 3 episodes, but if you guys make a big enough stink and bug them enough, I'm sure they'll think about making some more. So for the bonus videos that I'm going to be doing, I'll be talking mostly about the characters and the lore behind the weapons in the games that they're going to be using. So right now, let's talk a little bit about Elder Scrolls Online, which is the basis of the first episode. So in case you haven't been playing it, Elder Scrolls Online is like the brand new MMO based on like the Skyrim Dragonborn universe. So think of it as like, a Skyrim MMO. It's been out on PC since April, but it's coming to Xbox One and PS4 later this year if you're a console gamer. The weapon they're making in that first episode is the Mace of Molag Bal, so let's break him down just a little bit. He's one of the 16 Daedric Princes, and currently he is the main villain of the MMO. He was also a big part of the Skyrim Dragonborn DLC, and he appeared in Oblivion, but for the purposes of this video, let's just stick to the MMO. So if you're not familiar with them, the Daedric Princes in the scope of the Elder Scrolls universe are basically like really powerful gods. They each have their own plane of existence. In the game, they're associated with artifacts and super weapons that you can obtain, via quests, like Molag Bal's Mace. They're basically like raid quality items with like mega bonuses. Molag is mostly like a harvester of souls. Part of the quest back in Skyrim you had to complete to get his mace involved convincing someone to sacrifice their soul to him. Obviously in the MMO you'll have to take him down in raid to get that mace though. If you haven't played his quest through in Skyrim, it's one of those alignment ones that takes you down this really dark road. So if you like playing evil characters and you don't want to play the MMO, then just do the Skyrim quest. Playing evil characters is a lot of fun. Quick side note too, one of the first big video games that took you down separate paths, based on quest choices and alignment was Knights of the Old Republic. It was always really fun to play Revan as a super dark Jedi. They get way better cutscenes. In the new MMO, they actually recast the voice actor, so it's Malcolm McDowell doing the voice, which is freaking awesome. He plays some of the best evil video game characters. The mace itself actually has a lot of vampiric qualities whenever you equip it in the game, and you can gem it and, improve it just a little bit, but you have to max out blacksmithing before you can do it. So now let's talk a little bit about the MMO specifically. Right now, Molag Bal is basically the main villain, but future expansions are probably going to add lore from the other Daedric Princes. The game actually does this interesting thing with player resurrection and makes it like a main conceit of the game. As in, Molag Bal has basically stolen your soul, so you keep getting resurrected because you can't die. As you play through the game, you basically try to get your soul back, so I guess you can die for a final time. Right now, there's 3 playable factions and 9 different races, so there's a little bit more choice for people who are getting burnt out on Warcraft. Plus, no matter which class you choose, DPS, melee, caster, you can actually still tweak armor and weapon skills, so you could be a caster that wears plate. That's actually a fantasy I've had in the past, but the only bummer thing about the MMO right now is that because of the era it takes place in, the lore, there's no dragons, but that doesn't mean they won't add them in a future expansion. So I'll be doing a couple more bonus videos, specific to the games and the weapons that they're going to be doing on the show. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. There's also links for their actual show in the description too. The first episode premieres next week on Tuesday on Geek and Sundry's YouTube channel. If there is a special weapon that you think that they should do in a future episode, just leave suggestions in the comments. And if you want to see me do more video game lore videos, just let me know. I might move some of those to my bonus gaming channel just because that's where all my gameplay videos going. Like I said, I really enjoyed doing a lot of research for lore, so let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Right now you can click here to learn more about Arcade Arms on Geek and Sundry's channel, and you can click here to see more of my bonus videos for it. I'll add the annotations as soon as I post it. My next one will probably post on Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. High fives.